You driving?
Some Plan Bs are smarter than others. If you're drinking, don't drive. RBT means you need a Plan B. Authorised by New South Wales Government, Sydney.
So how are all the boys travelling?
Well, as good as can be expected, I think. It was obviously a tough couple of weeks, but the boys have already had 2 practice sessions last week, and I think as the 2 sessions went on, they got into it. Yeah, as I said, as well as can be expected at this stage.
So what have you guys done to try and help them to adjust to this sort of situation?
Look, there's been a lot of people at New South Wales Cricket Australia and the ACA do a lot of work behind the scenes, giving the support behind the scenes during those few days of that last Shield match, and then since. There's been a lot of support, and I don't think they could have done anything more.
Trevor, how important is it that they get back to playing cricket and to normal life, I guess?
Yeah, look, I think it's very important. There's still a few guys in the team that are unsure whether they will turn out tomorrow. But I think as time goes by, I think there's a little more confidence that they will be right to play. Having said that, I think we'll give them as long as possible. We'll probably have a few guys on standby just up until the last moment, just in case. But I think for the longevity of their cricket careers, I suppose it's I think the sooner they get back, the better.
And Abbott, we see his names. Was it completely up to him to really want to play?
Sorry, who was that?
Abbott.
Well, he's very positive about playing. There's more of a concern than Sean. So he's handled himself very well.
How are you doing, personally?
Look, I'm fine. I'm sort of in one of those support roles, I suppose. Not really knowing Phil as well as some of the players do. It's more about, I suppose, watching those guys grieve and watching those guys that well get upset. But as I said, they're all coming through it pretty well, and we're looking forward to this game.
How important is the leadership coming from like Michael Clark down, and being able to see the guys who are in the test team? How important is that for your guys as well?
Yeah, I think that plays a big role as well. I mean, obviously that game is definitely going ahead, and all the players are fit and available for that. As far as I know, I'm not sure about Michael at this stage, but look, here at New South Wales, I think someone like Moses Enriques has been a tower of strength for within our group. The leadership role he's played over the last 2 weeks. It certainly hasn't been thrust upon him, but he has taken the bull by the horns, and he's been instrumental in a lot of the negotiations, I suppose, in the last couple of days with Cricket Australia and the players and the ACA, and he's done a fantastic job, and I think it just shows the maturity that he's shown over the last year or two in his not only in his cricket career, that he's been able to take that on board, and I think it's one of the reasons why he's held in such high regard here at New South Wales Cricket.
There's been a lot of concern for Sean and his welfare last couple of weeks. How much has all that support helped him come through?
Look, immense. In effect, sometimes it's almost been a little bit too much, just sort of reminding everybody that of his involvement. But I think, as Moses said yesterday, we've tried our best to sort of keep him his name out of it, because he hasn't done anything different to any other bowler or any other player in the game. But as I said, he's handled things as well as can be expected, and probably better than some of the other guys.
Trevor, as the coach for the game, how are you talking to the players, and what are your expectations for them when they get out and play? Yeah,
look, we haven't actually had a meeting as yet since the team's been announced. That'll come today. Look, to be quite honest, I don't think it's about it's not about the result in this match. It's about getting the guys back on the paddock and looking after their future, I suppose. And so this game, I think it's about getting back out and trying to do the things that they've done in the past, and getting back into the groove of playing high-level cricket.
And the guys who are iffy about playing, what are they saying to you now?
Well, look, to be honest, I haven't actually spoken to them since last week. Most of them last week, said that they were reasonably positive about playing. I think, like in these times, it's most of the time that you start to think otherwise. It's probably when you get away from the group and you're in your own private time. And I think that's one of the reasons why it would be good for the guys to actually come out and play in the game all together.
And Shane Watson was yesterday talking about having to confront demons, when guys go out to play. Is that something that people who might not play cricket don't really appreciate what that could mean?
Look, I suppose people in every walk of life have got to go through this at some stage. I think one of the things we've got a bunch of younger players who I suppose haven't had to deal with this in their normal life maybe as much as some older people. So for a lot of these guys, I think it's possibly the first time they've sort of been through something like this. I mean, added to the extra pressure and of playing a professional game where their livelihoods depend on it. I mean, I think that can bring a certain amount of extra pressure as well. Look, so it's as I said. Look, we don't want to. It's no different to anyone else grieving, I suppose, in the wider community. And I mean, everyone struggles to deal with it in their own different ways.
Are you pleased there hasn't been a lot of hysteria around it? Calls to change bowling tactics and that. Everyone seems to just be letting the players get on with playing cricket.
Yeah, I think that's it's a sensible attitude to take. The game's been going on for well over 100 years, and I'm sure the game will continue for another 100+ years and played in the same manner. Just one of those unfortunate accidents that very rarely happens. That doesn't make it any easier for the guys to sort of get their head around that and get out there, but I'm sure they'll give it their best shot.